Hi guys, it's Rike here and welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Rike and I review a lot of activewear, so if you're into that kind of stuff, you just keep watching. Also, if you're interested in swimwear reviews, you should keep watching too, because I do have another swimwear review today. I know we're like in the midst of summer now, it's super warm, I'm sweating my butt off here, even in the south of Sweden, because climate change, you know. It's just really, really warm here, and who doesn't want to take a nice dip into the ocean or into the lake or whatever in their new swimwear set. So yeah, you know, to cool off, obviously, that would be great. You know, oh my god, that would be so nice right now. I wish I could sit in the ocean right now. That would be amazing. But I'm not, and that's not how it works. So yeah, but anyway, we have a swimwear review today. It's a brand that I haven't tried before in terms of their swimwear, at least. I don't think I've tried their normal stuff either. It is Monki. I don't know if you've heard of Monki before, but they're a part of H&M. So they're an H&M brand, and I think everyone has heard of H&M. And H&M is a Swedish brand. So naturally, you know, I get ads for like Monki stuff. So I got Instagram ads for like some of their glitter bikini tops, and I was like, oh yes, because I like glitter. Obviously, I like glitter. Look at my nails. I'm all for glitter. So I kind of had to try it, and it is very affordable. So I have tried a few different swimwear brands this year. I've tried Skims. I can link that up here. I've tried Silverwind. Also will link that up here. And then obviously, I mean, in the past, I've tried a lot of more expensive swimwear brands. Moana, I also did this year, which is also not cheap, but they have really cute prints. Also kind of link that up here. And the fact is that, you know, not everyone has that much money to spend on a little piece of fabric that they might only be using in summer. And I get it. And that's why I wanted to do something more affordable. And if you know H&M, you know they're also more affordable. Their swimwear is also more affordable. And Monki is no different. So I know they have some more expensive brands, like Enter Other Stories, for example, if you know that. That definitely do sell for a little bit higher price. But Monki is quite cheap. So I think their swimwear ranged from like 15 to 25 bucks, like top or bottom. And there was a 3 for 2 sale going on right now, like when I was buying this, but also still now that I looked at the website. So it's definitely quite affordable. And you can get like 3 pieces for like under 40 bucks, depending on what you pick, of course, but like it's doable. And that's quite affordable, I would say. So yeah, I got a few different pieces. We will take a look, because just because affordable doesn't mean it's going to be good as well, right? There could be some quality issues, but of course also just because something is expensive doesn't have to mean it is amazing. Like some of the Skims pieces, I was shook by like how bad the quality was. Not all of them, but like some of them, there was literally loose seams everywhere. So yeah, I mean, it can't get worse than some of those pieces, and those were really expensive. So yeah, not everything expensive has to be amazing, but of course not everything cheap has to be bad, but sometimes the quality doesn't, you know, is just not great. So we'll see what this is. We'll see how it goes. You can shop Monki internationally, so you don't have to be like within Sweden or within Europe. If you're in certain EU countries that even have like local stores, local online stores, but also local stores that you can actually go to. So you could just check that out too if you wanted to. And yeah, I bought the stuff with my own money. We'll see if I want to keep everything, because of course I can also return easily, which I appreciate. And that's not always possible with if you shop from outside the EU for us Europeans. And that's why it's nice to sometimes shop some more local brands, basically. Of course, this doesn't mean they're produced within the EU. So yeah. I'm curious. Let's see how this goes. Let's see what's happening. Small disclaimer, I usually do wear a size small up top and a size small at the bottom. Size small to medium at the bottom, but for swimwear I usually go for a size medium in general. We'll start with the glittery stuff. I have this turquoise glitter triangle bikini top, and it matches my nails. That's the positive side of this. But this feels like a really cheap carnival costume type of thing, and I am not convinced. I like how it looks. I like how sparkly it is, but it doesn't feel like soft or anything. Like you can kind of feel the individual sparkly things. That also means I'm not sure how long they're actually going to last, how long they're going to stay on this fabric, because they're just kind of like stuck on there. Probably not very long. And yeah, I mean, it's just a triangle bikini top. Strings here, strings there, so you can adjust it. We have removable cup pads, that's something. And the inside fabric is also a little soft, so it's double lined basically. Here are the cup pads. But yeah, the fabric itself, I'm not so convinced. Let's see, what is it made of? This is, let's find a language I can read. 84% recycled polyester from post-consumer waste and 16% recycled elastane from pre-consumer waste. What exactly post and pre-consumer waste is, I don't know. And the lining is slightly different. Lining is 92% recycled polyester from pre-consumer waste and 8% recycled elastane from post-consumer waste. So it's recycled polyester, recycled elastane, basically. I've definitely felt recycled material that felt better than this. So it doesn't have to feel like this. But yeah, I don't know. I like how sparkly it is, but I don't know. Also, I expected something different. So this is the website picture and it doesn't look as cheap on the model. You can also not really see the sparkles as well. But it says it was glittery. That's why I picked it. But I don't know. It just seems, it looks like it's a different type of sparkle on the website. So I don't know. Let's see it on. All right, onto this top. I do like how sparkly it is, but it is a little uncomfortable. But yeah, look at, it's nice and sparkly. I like that. It's just a normal triangle bikini top cut, so it's not like less coverage, more coverage or anything. You can kind of adjust how much coverage you want by, like, you know, adjusting the pieces here, the triangle pieces. I will say though that because of the sparkly surface texture, it's like a little scratchy on the surface and the straps are scratchy. So I can kind of feel it scratching my neck a little bit here. Not so much the one here in the back that is tied there, but for sure the one here is a little uncomfortable. Like the one here, the one up top in my neck. Yeah, and I can also feel a little bit on the sides here. So it's not, I don't know. Like the quality feels cheap, it's not super comfortable, and yeah, I don't know. It's cute because it's a normal triangle bikini top, but like, and yes, the look is nice, but like they just had to do it differently with like a different fabric or something. I don't know, not my thing for sure. All right, to go with our little cheap bikini top, sparkly bikini top, we also, of course, have the glitter turquoise bikini Tanga briefs. So again, same like cheap feeling material, and it is very see-through in the back. Like, I can see the ring light through easily. So it is double lined in the front, all the way to the gusset. And then we don't get double lined fabric in the back here because everyone should be able to see a butt crack, or what's the deal with this? Like, why did they cheap out on the extra bit of double lined fabric here in the back? I don't understand. That's like, I mean, it's not that hard to like just double line it all the way, right? Weird, okay. So yeah, it's possible you might be able to see your butt crack through there. We'll see. Otherwise, like you have, it's very simple. Fabric, again, doesn't feel amazing, especially on the strings. It's like, I'm not excited to put this on. But we have a little bit here coverage in the front and then the strings so you can adjust it. And then, I mean, it's not like super cheeky here in the back. There's still a decent amount of coverage. And I mean, I do appreciate that the string goes all the way through here and also in the front. When it doesn't do that, I sometimes get gaping. So yeah, this is quite nice actually, at least. But the fabric just feels so cheap. It's like really like you buy like the super cheap carnival costumes. Like, this is what it feels like, legitimately. I don't know, it just doesn't, it just looks so different on the website. I don't know, it doesn't look like it's like this cheap material, basically. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed, but what was I expecting, I guess, for this price? Let's see it on. All right, onto the bottoms here. So these are also very normal triangle bikini bottoms. I'm just wearing my nude underwear underneath, so you might see that poking out a little bit here and there, but it shouldn't be too bad. I like how high this comes up here. Definitely like, you know, high enough to cover everything here. It's also not moving too much. This can kind of be adjusted to be a little bit wider or a little bit tighter if you want less coverage. Then we have the strings here on the side, very normal. I can't feel these ones scratching my skin as much as I can feel the one up here either. So it's also good. And then in the back, very minimal coverage from me, but like depending on how big your butt is, you might be able to kind of like cover a few more things with that with that bottom, because I could theoretically try to like kind of, you know, make it a little bit wider here if I wanted to, but I know as soon as I start moving, it's gonna just go back in there anyway. So in a way, it's a little bit adjustable. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not great quality. If you want this look, go for it for like, I don't know, an afternoon. But like I said, like especially the strap up here is a little annoying, and I don't know, it just doesn't feel great in general. So yeah. All right, next up we have the bikini, or the top for the bikini. That kind of reminded me of some of the scrim stuff I recently tried, because it's silver and metallic and not the greatest coverage, but hey, it's also like really just a fraction of the price. So this is the silver metallic scoop neck bikini top. It's double lined, but we don't have any removable cup pads in here, so not like with a triangle bikini top. But I will say this fabric actually feels nice and soft. Like this fabric, I dig. This is actually really nice and soft. So I can actually see myself liking this. I would have preferred if they had left like a teeny tiny hole here in this double lined part of the fabric, so I could have put my removable cup pads in there if I wanted to. But you know what? The fabric feels nice. I'm not mad about this. Like, and this also actually looks like the website picture. We can just take a quick look here. There you see this actually, you know, kind of looks like this. So I have no complaints with this one. We were maybe just off to a bad start. Let's hope the rest is gonna be, you know, better. And you know, I mean, still, of course, I still have to put this on, but I can tell you this fabric feels nice. So it is definitely not a lot of coverage. You saw the girl in the on the website picture has like really big boobs and was still wearing it. I'm assuming you just don't get a lot of support with that, but it still looks cute. So yeah, hopefully it also looks cute with my small boobs. We just have like this scoop neck here, quite low, but definitely not a lot of coverage. But so like some of the scoop stuff was also not a lot of coverage. You have adjustable straps here as well with some plastic loops and stuff here. And then in the back, I mean, it's very simple. So no adjustability like width-wise here in this area for your underbust, but you do have the adjustable straps, which I think also already helps a little bit. So yeah, fabric feels nice and soft. Still, of course, feels like swimwear fabric. It is double lined in the front, not in the back here, but that's also fine. It's not like I have something there that people can't see. And yeah, is this made from a different fabric? 88% recycled polyamide from pre-consumer waste. Okay, and what's the rest? What is the rest of you? Why do you just tell me? But I guess the 12% are not recycled, maybe. 12% elastane. Yeah, so, you know, it's a little stretchy, but feels quite nice. So let's see it on. All right, onto a little bit of a space alien bikini outfit. But let's talk about the top here. So this definitely reminds me a lot of some of the Skims tops I tried. It's very like, I have a small chest, so for me, I get like enough coverage for my boobs here and this little bit of the top. But if you have a bigger chest, there's definitely going to be some under boob. Like you can see there's definitely not a lot of coverage down here. So I think it's intended for that, or excessive over boob, like cleavage basically. And I think that like really was like one of the styles that they had with the skim suit. Of course, you're going to see some nippage, especially because it's like shimmery metallic. There's no removable cup pads. So I think that would have been nice to have. We have the straps here. Straps are also adjustable up here. So that's at least good. No adjustability here in the back. And otherwise a very, very simple cut. So nothing too wild support-wise. I would say very, very light support for sure. Same as basically the previous bikini top. It's not like a water sports activity thing. It's more like a, oh, look at me, I'm wearing a stylish bikini set thing. And of course, I guess you could go for a swim with this. And this feels much, much nicer against my skin. It's softer. There's like no scratching anywhere. It's no itchiness, so that's good. And yeah, I mean, it's a very simple cut if you want something silvery. Yeah, be aware with a bigger chest, you'll get a lot more cleavage, a lot more everything showing. But, you know, maybe that's okay. All right, to match with that, we have the gray metallic V-front bikini briefs. I will say this is actually it actually seems to be quite a flattering cut, which is surprising. Usually H&M has very like, I don't know, no high leg, but also of course the times are changing, and maybe Monki is like a bit more of a modern brand that they have, I don't know. But these promise to be a little more flattering at least. I personally think that a high leg cut is always more flattering on, you know, to like just elongates your legs, it makes your waist look a little bit more snatched. I don't know. I just think it's nicer. So this is a medium. As you can see, we have a little bit of a V down here as promised. So you're not gonna get like lower belly coverage, I think, with this, or like it's definitely not gonna be high-waisted. And then it's not adjustable here on the sides, but we do have the stretch from the 12% elastane that we probably also have here, yes. And this time also, no, they do the same thing. Well, anyway, we'll talk about that in a second. In the back, you basically have the same cut here. It's also a bit more deeper V. We have a seam here in the middle. And what I just meant with it's the same thing. We do have a double lining here in the front and on the way to the back of the gusset here. But then it's just single lined again. To be fair, this fabric is a little bit more dense than the glitter fabric. And let me just see if I can see, I can see the light through, but not as much. So yeah, this is a little better, but I really don't understand. Why do you cheap out on the lining material in the back? Like, does every swimwear brand do it and I just never noticed? I don't know. But yeah, I'm also just wondering, is there like a little snag in here? No, I don't think so. I think it's fine. But yeah, this is a little bit more skim-esque. But of course, just for the fraction of the price. And let's just see it on. All right, onto these bottoms. Definitely more flattering than some other bottoms I got from H&M and the likes, you know, stores like that. I like how high they come up here. Obviously, you could try to like pull them down a little bit and wear them like this if this is your jam. I personally think it's more flattering to get a more, you know, V here. So just, you know, it's just how it is. You can get a nice high leg here. It's elongating your legs a little bit, shaping your waist, your hips a little bit more as well. I think it's nice, decent coverage down here as well. It's not too low. And then in the back, actually, you also do have pretty okay coverage depending on how your butt reacts to fabric there. For me, it's just all gonna go into my crack anyway, but I'm just saying, you do have some fabric there. It's like not the skimpiest bikini bottom I've seen for sure. Also comes nice and high here in the back of in your back basically, in your lower back there. And not showing off too much either. So actually pretty nice. It's also not cutting in anywhere. I like how it fits. And the size here, there's no like harsh seams or anything. So this one, I'm not mad about. All right, next up, we have another bikini top. This is the light blue Cut Out Halter bikini top. Again, this fabric feels super cheap. So the silver one might have been the odd one out. I don't know, but this one, yeah. It's like, yes, it's like swim material, but the silver one was so nice and soft. Like, what is this again? And it's like, I don't know if you have different ways of styling this or where they add this to this, or so you know what's happening here. Because I mean, it is a little complicated with a little strappy, twisty, keyhole cutout detailing here in the front. I mean, you'll have to see it on. Again, no removable cup pads here. It is double lined, but it's like kind of thin fabric. Like I can see the ring light through a little bit as well, even though it is double lined. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of adjustability here with like the straps here, or it's just one strap, right? That one long strap. And you do have kind of like a band here underneath the chest here as well, but it's like not an elastic or anything. And then in the back, it's just like, kind of looks like a tube top thing. Yeah. And then this halter neck strap basically. So like this. But again, it feels very, very cheap. I like the color, but like it feels so thin. And I don't know. The silver one felt nice, but this is just, is this, what is this, what are you made of? Let's see. Maybe it is the fabric. I don't know. It says it's made from 80% recycled polyester from post-consumer waste, 74% recycled polyester from pre-consumer waste, and 8% recycled elastane from pre-consumer waste. So now I'm wondering, the silver stuff was not fully recycled material. If those 12% that weren't recycled actually made the difference and made it nicer, because I know you can make good fabric from recycled materials. Soft fabric even, but maybe they can't. I don't know. Also, this top is a medium because I didn't have it in a small, so just so you know. But I mean, hopefully I'll be fine because we can adjust a little bit. And let's see it on. All right, I do like this color for sure. I also do like the top, I think. Yes, for sure, it could be a little bit tighter, but that's also because I had to take a size medium for this one, because you can't adjust it here in the back because you only have the strip of fabric here. I feel like it would have been nicer to get this in my normal size small, but otherwise, I mean, you can adjust here a little bit. You can adjust the size of the little patches here, the tiny keyholes you get, like how much of your boob you want to show off. I wish there was removable cup pads in there because you can see some nippage through for sure. But otherwise, I think it's actually quite flattering cut, even for my smaller chest. I think it's quite cute, covers nicely. Again, you can make it tighter here, but yeah, not tighter there, which is a little unfortunate. And it's like very open back, of course, as well now, because there's no straps here obstructing the view of your back. But yeah, all in all, I think it's quite cute. Support-wise, no support at all, I think. It's just really not that supportive. And yeah, it's nice that you can adjust at least like how much you want to cover. So I think this is going to fit a lot of boob sizes as well. And the fabric itself is not so bad, but it's also not so good. All right, to match we have the cheeky cut bikini briefs in this bright blue. And again, these feel so cheap. And this is like also like the most simple cut you can make, basically. But yeah, they feel so cheap. And again, of course, we do have double lining here and in the gusset, but not in the back. But we do have a seam in the back that could potentially hide your butt crack. So that's the same, right? Yeah, I don't know, it just feels so cheap. Why? Again, size medium, it's a little bit more high leg. It's not gonna be like full coverage. Also not in the back, although it's definitely not super cheeky. Also, even if they call it cheeky, it's not super cheeky. And yeah, I don't know. I don't like it, but we'll see it on. Let's do it. All right, let's talk about these bottoms. These are like your very, very standard H&M bikini bottoms. Not a great shape. Fabric is not that great. I don't know. It's just like, I want them to be higher, but they're not really meant to be that way. And then you get like some gaping down here and it's not like, I don't know, but like this way would be way more flattering than the way they're intended to be, which is kind of like this. It just doesn't look good, you know? It's, I don't know. And then in the back, it's also like, I just don't like them. They don't feel so great. It feels like very, very thin, especially in the back, because we know they cheaped out on the fabric there, the double-lined fabric. And it's just not doing much. I don't know. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but like, these are just, they're just not doing anything for you. Like, they're not like flattering. They're not trying to enhance anything. They're just like, I don't know. And like I said, the fabric itself, not great, especially the back. Just, I don't know, it just feels cheap. So yeah, I like the color like I did with the top, but not my bottoms. All right, next up we have the Lemon Tree Twist Strap Bikini Top. Also comes in a purple color in case you don't like this pattern. It's very Sweden-esque because it's blue and yellow for sure. This one again feels quite thin, but the fabric actually feels a little bit softer. So this fabric again feels nicer. Maybe not as nice as the silver one, but definitely nicer. This is made from 92% recycled polyester, of which 74% come from pre-consumer waste and 18% from post-consumer waste, and then 8% recycled elastane. So it's still fully recycled material, but this one actually feels nicer and softer. That's a win. Still doesn't feel like the greatest quality, but it's definitely not bad. We also, again, do have like, just like, you know, it's kind of like a more adjustable thing. I think you could adjust the straps a little bit the way you want as well, but you do have no adjustability here in the back, so no string here in the back. So it's not like you could wear it like this. That would be, I mean, I guess you could, but maybe that would be a little weird because the strap here in the back is quite wide. But still, you can kind of play a little bit with it if you want to. Wear it a little bit like this, I assume, you know, stuff like that. No removable cup pads again, which is a little unfortunate, especially because the fabric is not the thickest and it is a little lighter. So sometimes that could mean that if you get into the water with this, it becomes a little bit more see-through, which I wouldn't put past this material. So yeah, I don't know. There's potential there for that. Yes, of course, you do have a pattern, which might distract a little bit from that, but we'll see. Yeah, like I said, it's quite simple. Fabric feels nicer. Pattern is interesting. Not much else to say. Let's see it on. All right, now I look very lemony. I will say this: the shape of this top is not my favorite. I feel like I kind of want it to be more closely together, and I think, I mean, probably for this I would just need to, you know, make this a little bit more tight. But I've never had like amazing experience with stuff like this. And obviously you can also wear it like just like this, right? So you don't have to have like the string here. I just find like it helps keeping this a little bit more together. Yeah, I don't know. I just want a little bit more coverage for my boobs. And I mean, this way it's fine. It's just like, it's not like the most flattering for a smaller chest, I think. But yeah, you can do a little bit more stuff with this. You can be a little bit more creative with it if you want to. And then in the back, you just have like your normal, just the thicker band here. If they had done like a thinner strap, I think you could have had like a lot more variety of what you could have done with this top, and that would have been a little bit more, you know, versatile maybe. But it's okay support-wise. Again, like very, very light support. I mean, it's basically like a triangle bikini top, just worn in a different way. That's kind of how this works, I think. But yeah, I mean, it's cute. I like the print for sure. Again, I'm not sure how well this is gonna work in the water in terms of see-throughness, so just be aware of that. But yeah, the top itself is not my favorite. The print is cute, and the fabric is definitely not the worst of what we've seen today, so that's good as well. I mean, it's a low bar to hit for sure, but still, oops, it's still good to know. I mean, this just feels like any relatively cheap bikini top, so it's not like bad or anything. The straps feel okay. It's not like with the glittery bikini in the beginning where the straps were just like so scratchy in my neck. So this is, it's all good. If you like this shape and you like the print, I mean, you could definitely try this. Remember, there's no removable cup pads in here, but I think with the print, it kind of distracts from nippage, so you'll be fine. All right, and then to go with that, we have the high waist bikini briefs. So these do come in a ton of different colors and prints. This is again this lemon print that we saw in the top. Like, so very basic, full coverage bikini bottoms here, high waist, and then in the back you do have a lot of coverage as well. These also do feel okay fabric-wise, sleek, a little soft, nothing too wild, nothing too bad. We do have a harder seam here on the edge here of the top, so just be aware this could be cutting into your butt cheeks. It's probably going to cut into mine. Usually that happens. So we'll see. Size medium again for this, and this one, surprise, surprise, is actually double lined all the way through. Like, why don't we have this on all the other ones? I don't know, but like, it is double lined all the way through. And I like how the hygienic protection thing already comes off. That's just great, right? I think those are kind of pointless anyway. If I try this on now with the heat outside, I mean, I'm starting to sweat already now just sitting down. Those come off so fast. And I don't actually want to keep all these things. So yeah, it's a little unfortunate. And I get the idea behind them, but they don't work so well. But yes, so it's you know, not too wide on the side, but you know, just a little bit here, and definitely gonna be nice and high-waisted, double-lined. I can still kind of see the hang tag through a little bit. I'm not sure if it comes across on camera as well, but I can kind of see it through a tiny bit. So not sure how not see-through these are, especially being this lighter print and printed on white kind of. But let's see this on. All right, onto these bottoms. I will say for high-waisted bikini bottoms, I mean, these are decent. I wish the seam here on the side of the leg was a little bit less harsh, just because when the seam is a little bit harsher, I can get like a tiny bit of a, dent in here. But it's normal, so it's not a problem. I like how high they come up. There's also definitely no muffin top squeezing here, because I feel like there's definitely enough space here around the waist for for no squeezing. Of course, if you carry the majority of your weight around your belly, it might be slightly different, but for me, I have a smaller waist, and for me this area is where I need the size medium, basically. But I like how covering it is. If you feel a little insecure, you want a little bit more coverage here, you can get that here. Not a lot of compression, just keep that in mind, so it's not gonna like tuck you in like this, but it's gonna give you the coverage you might want. I like how high they come up. Keep in mind I also have a longer torso, so they might come up a little bit higher for you. My natural waist would be here, so not quite as high-waisted as a pair of leggings, but that's also fine. And I mean, they have decent coverage here in the back. It's not full coverage, but it's definitely decent coverage. Not cutting into my butt cheeks as much either, because sometimes I have that problem here too, but I feel like it's fine. And they come also really nice and high here in the back. I like having a little bit more coverage here in the back as well, just it feels more comfortable than if you sit down and you feel like you're exposing your butt cheek, sorry, not your butt cheek, your butt crack. So I would say for like a high-waisted pair of like bikini top bottoms, I can't talk anymore. For a high-waisted pair of bikini bottoms, these are actually quite okay. The fabric is like any other not super expensive bikini item. Just like the top, basically, it's like not the best quality fabric, but it's definitely also not the worst. Feels quite okay. So if you're looking for like a more affordable, high-waisted bikini bottom, they do have these definitely in a ton of colors and prints. So you don't have to get the lemon print, but there's definitely a lot more basic colors as well. So you can kind of mix and match that with some of your favorite tops. Because I will say this one is quite decent. Can't go wrong with it. All right, last but not least, we have a swimsuit. So this is the tight cutout swimsuit. And this one is actually $40 full price. Is it worth it? I don't know. Fabric doesn't feel the greatest. It's one of the better ones, yes, but like still like It's a little less soft on the outside than the silver bikini top or the silver bikini set we saw and the one with the lemons. So definitely doesn't feel as good. It's again also a lighter color, so not sure how non-see-through this is. It is double lined all the way through though, so that's a plus. There's no removable cup pads, nor is there space for them again, which again I would have really greatly appreciated. We have this little tie here in the front. You have thick straps. They're non-adjustable. Let's see how well that goes for me. I have a quite long torso, so sometimes when I wear one pieces or rompers or something, it just doesn't work for me. And then we have this big cutout here. You have kind of full coverage here in the back. Also, goes all the way through here. And then, I mean, it's not like high leg or anything. So it's not going to be so flattering for your legs. Yeah. Not a lot of adjustability. None, to be fair. Like, none at all. This one piece I got in a size medium because usually I size for my bottom size, because otherwise it's going to be squeeze fest, and I don't want that. And yeah, it's also not my favorite print, but I still wanted to try this type of swimsuit out. And I don't know, not convinced, but let's see it on. All right, and here we have our one piece. I will say it's quite modest. You have a lot of coverage down here. Do I like that? Personally, I don't think it's as flattering for me. But if you're someone who likes a lot of coverage here and also in the back, then this might be for you, especially because you also do get nice belly coverage here as well. Again, not a ton of compression here, but you do get the coverage at least. So I definitely do have some extra space around here, but it's not gonna gape or anything. And I will also say I have a quite long torso. I usually have problems with one pieces. This one fits quite nicely. And I also feel like it has to do with the fact that, there's like this bit of fabric here. If you're a little shorter, it's still gonna fit you nicely. For sure, I can feel like, I'm probably like at kind of the max of how tall you can be. Maybe there's a teeny tiny bit more. I also feel like they could have made the straps adjustable. That would have been really helpful to kind of adjust the height and support you get for your boobs here, because I feel like I'm getting like zero support right now. And it could have been a bit nicer with like being able to tighten the straps, or maybe even tighten this. Because the thing is, this is really just a bit of, oh, it's actually sewn there. But you have this ruching here, and then this is just a tiny fabric piece that you can just tie so you get this little cute bow look. But it's not really helping you to adjust for the boob size or anything. So that could have also been nice to do. But all in all, I mean, it gives you decent coverage if this is what you want, and still looks kind of cute in the front. And then in the back, you do have very much full coverage. Still like a lower scoop here in the back, which I think is actually quite nice. So you still kind of can show off a little bit of your body there, but it's not too much. It's not too in your face. And as I also mentioned already, your butt is kind of covered. Is it my favorite piece? For sure not. But I think I've definitely tried on worse one pieces. Is it my favorite print? No, not either. But still, you know, it's I still think I prefer the look in the front more than from the side or in the back. Yeah, but it's kind of cute. But I just wish it was like more high leg, a bit more revealing in the back. You know, all these kind of things. It's just not my perfect one piece, but it could be perfect if you're looking for some more coverage. But you also want to kind of show off a little bit of your stomach, but not too much, because I get that some people feel a little bit differently about those things, you know? So yeah, it's cute, but it's not quite me. All right, it's conclusion time. So this was a little all over the place. The silver fabric actually felt quite nice though. So that maybe is my favorite, like, not you blue thing. Don't attach yourself to this. You're not the same. So maybe this was like kind of my favorite if you're looking for something that's like a little Skims-esque, but doesn't cost as much. It feels nice. Like this one really feels nice. The lemon one was also okay, but the silver one feels the best for sure. I wish there was removable cup pads or space for removable cup pads. But yeah, I will say this is probably also cut-wise maybe the best they had for the bottoms at least. And yeah, this is also the softest they have. So yeah, there was some really, really not so good stuff in there. And a few, I don't want to call them highlights, a few decent pieces. For the price, of course. I mean, that's also the thing, right? You have to see, like, it wasn't super expensive. It's mass produced for sure. And yeah, not my favorite. Would I buy this again? Am I going to return a lot of stuff? Yes. The thing is, when is the last time I even went into an H&M store to buy a piece of swimwear? I usually don't do that because I still have like the traumatic experiences from my teenage me in mind when I tried to desperately find some swimwear because I needed it, and nothing fit properly. The lighting in the changing room made me feel like I was like the ugliest person in the world, you know? Who hasn't experienced that, right? Like I feel like H&M changing rooms specifically were so bad. And to this day, I don't understand this as a marketing strategy. Like, I feel like you should make everyone feel like the greatest person on earth in your clothes so that they actually will buy them, because why would I buy something that makes me feel ugly, right? That doesn't work so well. So why they have like the shittiest lighting in their changing rooms, I have no idea. Why they have like the shittiest mirrors in their changing rooms, again, no idea. So yeah, I usually don't buy swimwear from brands like this anymore because I've just had so many bad experiences. But of course, I mean, like I said, this actually was a nice cut for my body type. I feel like this was actually quite nice. And yeah, but it's not everything is like amazing. And of course, you're also like the more full coverage bottom, but you don't see it that often. I don't know. Like you have to be kind of lucky to find exactly what you're looking for when you shop. I mean, swimwear in general, to be fair, but like if you try to find something more affordable, it's not that easy to find something that actually also looks good on a non like super skinny, not so curvy person. Yeah, I don't know. Not my favorite brand, not my favorite stuff. I was particularly disappointed by this whole sparkly situation. It could have been so nice, but like, this is just like carnival costume, like the cheapest you can find. And yeah, no, that I'm definitely not gonna keep. I was a little sad with that, but all in all, I mean, at least I can return things, so that's good. I don't know. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. I mean, this was more affordable for sure, but like, I don't know, I'd rather spend a little bit more money to find something nice. But again, the silver stuff, that was not so bad. So yeah, there's that. There was something nice in there. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it your thumbs up. If you haven't yet, you can also subscribe to my channel so you get notified about all the videos that are coming out when they come out. If you have any feedback, any suggestions for new brands as well, any feedback on Monki or on H&M bikinis or stuff like that, if you've tried those and you like them or you hate them, or, you know, we can chat in the comments down below. Yeah, you can also follow me on Instagram and you can also DM me there, but be aware that I'm way more likely to see your comments here on YouTube. So if you really want me to see something, just leave your comment down here and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I really try, okay? Yes. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.